Hey everybody, it's Chainsaw Reacts and welcome to my first ever unboxing, I guess. Basically, it's just showing you guys what I ordered from MidtownComics.com, showing you off a couple of comics that I picked up from the DC Rebirth lineup. Also going to be showing you guys two graphic novels that I also picked up earlier before this order, but I wanted to show you guys because I actually picked these up in between my last pickup that I kind of showed off, where I showed you a bunch of comics and graphic novels before. It was a few months back on the channel. But anyways, before I get to my order from Midtown Comics, which is a great thing, I highly recommend checking out if you're a big comic book fan of DC, Marvel, whatever, independent stuff, check it out. But anyways, first I want to show you is A Tale of the Batman, Gotham by Gaslight. This is one that I wanted to pick up because I hear it is a fantastic story between Batman versus Jack the Ripper. It's called an Elseworld, I think that's what they call it. They've done quite a few of these with Batman, Superman, and other characters like that. But I wanted to pick this up. It's a short story, as you can see, but I still wanted to pick it nonetheless. I haven't started it yet, but I definitely want to at some point. The next and the last graphic novel, which is one that I've wanted to pick up for quite some time, and they actually had it at Barnes & Noble for $20, and I did. Blackest Night. I have heard so many great things about this story, and Green Lantern's always been a character I've always been interested in, but I've not really jumped in to try to read a lot of comics or get to learn more about the character. I'm really familiar with Jon Stewart on the Justice League animated show from Justice League Unlimited, so I definitely wanted to pick up this to learn more about Green Lantern, and this is Hal Jordan, and there's obviously other Justice League members in this as well. But this is a big story. Great look, great artwork there, great cover, and I cannot wait to jump into Blackest Night. Now, let's get to the biggest thing here, which I'm really excited about. So, I do have a comic book store, whatever you want to call it, in my local area. Unfortunately, it is across town, and I won't be able to get there on Wednesdays when comic books, get released, like the new ones, until after 5 o'clock. So more than likely, all the new stuff is going to be gone by the time I get there. And for me personally, getting off work, driving across town to go over there and to learn that they sold out from what I was getting, because the guy has told me that when new stuff comes out, especially like this DC Rebirth stuff, he's going to be out of it. He's more likely going to be out of all the new stuff, and he'll obviously get more ordered in, but it will take time. So I found a website. I will link it in the description. Free promotion called MidtownComics.com. I believe that's the URL, but you'll see it in the description at the very top. And I ordered these comics from the DC Rebirth, and these got released, I think, like 2 weeks ago. And unfortunately, they were so backed up with orders that my order came in finally today. So I wanted to definitely show you guys what I got. There is, actually, there's a website right there, MidtownComics.com, and it comes in a pretty sturdy box. Now, I only got 5 comics. It comes in a sturdy box. I had to rip it open like crazy, and it's also put into a bag. Let's take it out of the bag here. Ooh. And these do come in these plastic wraps, covers in the back, so they're more protected being shipped. So first I want to show you is the big book to kind of reintroduce everybody to DC Rebirth. And I haven't read any of these, obviously. I just got them today. The DC Rebirth. The big old universe. The big old thing there. Now this is a variant cover. And the MidtownComics.com does offer the original, the regular covers, and the variant covers. Sometimes they also have other variant covers you can order. This was the, I think, midnight launch variant cover, and I wanted to pick this up because that just looks awesome. All those characters, pretty badass. So I really can't wait to read that first. Obviously, if you're going to get into DC Rebirth, you need to read this one first. The big old DC Universe Rebirth, the kind of reintroduction to all these things. Now here's the other 4 individuals that I picked up. Superman Rebirth. Went with the regular cover. The variant I personally felt looked kind of weird, but I like this cover a lot, and I can't wait to get into this. I think the first actual issue, this is kind of an introduction, kind of a 0 issue, if you will. I think that's what they're going by. This says number 1, but technically the number 1 comes out next Wednesday for Superman. But I definitely wanted to pick it up, and I decided to pick up all the main ones that looked interesting to me and read them and see if I want to continue in ordering these and getting them shipped to me and all that kind of stuff. So Superman, awesome, like the cover, can't wait to get to that. Next one is Green Lantern's Rebirth. I like that. I'm not really sure who this character is. I am that unfamiliar, so I don't know who this is, and I can't wait to find out who it is. Maybe I'll learn about this person in the DC Universe Rebirth, or I'll learn about this character on the front there. It's a Green Lantern in this issue, so I can't wait to do that. One of my personal favorite characters on television, even though the show is not what it used to be, Green Arrow Rebirth. I like that cover. The variant cover, I think, was Oliver Queen and Diana Laurel Lance, Black Canary, but I wanted to go with the original. I like the regular cover, not the, they're calling it the A cover, and the variant B cover is what they call them on the website. So Green Arrow, pretty awesome. The last one here, Batman Rebirth, of course. Got to go with your Batman Rebirth. That glare, that light really messes it up, but yeah, I like that. And the variant cover for this one didn't look that appealing to me. I would be jumping into these right away as soon as this video ends, but I'm actually going to be leaving here in about less than an hour to go see Warcraft. So I'll be getting to these probably starting tomorrow. So we'll see how that goes. But yes, I am definitely excited to get into this and then jumping into these 4 and seeing how I like them. I did notice there is no tape on these, so these can slide out if you're not careful. But they do come in the plastic wrap. So if you guys do decide to go check out MidtownComics.com, they have a ton of back issues. They add in back issues daily, like older stuff. There's great search engine. You can actually order other stuff as well. There's not just comics. You can also order graphic novels that I showed off. You can get like posters, magnets, whatever you want. They have statues. They have a variety of stuff. I'm personally just going to stick with probably the comics, maybe order smaller things, but I'm not going to order like a statue and stuff like that. That's too risky to order stuff like that. But if you are looking for a place to get back issue comics for issues you want to read that are older, or if you want to jump into new stuff and you don't have a local comic book shop near you, I recommend Midtown Comics. This is my first ever dealing with them. I actually had a call because, you know, it was the order was kind of backing a little bit, like where it just wasn't shipping when it should have shipped. And luckily the guy on the phone told me, hey, we're kind of backed up. Like, okay, I understand that. But so it did deliver on a great way. If you order, you also can track your orders. So if you do order on MidtownComics.com, then after it ships at a certain point, you'll be on the website or on the mobile app, which I've downloaded. You can go over and follow and track your order, and it will give you up to like day-to-day updates of where your order is and all that. So I highly recommend, since I got it in and it looks great, everything's fine, I highly recommend MidtownComics.com. Links in the description at the very top. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. That is my video. I cannot wait to jump into these comics, and then I'll get to those graphic novels at some point. Probably starting with the Gaslight one with Batman versus Jack the Ripper. So that's my video. I'm done rambling. Hope you guys enjoyed. Peace out.